Hi, and welcome to this week's Demystifies AI Tips for Trailblazers. Today, we're going to talk about how to build custom GPTs. This is a question I often get asked, and many individuals are a little concerned that it requires a lot of coding. But the truth of the matter is, setting up your own custom GPT can be really simple. So, first and foremost, since the release of ChatGPT 4.0, you no longer have to have a team or enterprise account to create custom GPTs. Now, if you are uploading data that is a little bit more sensitive, I do recommend utilizing a Teams account, which is about $25 a month. And you have to have at least 2 users because that helps ensure that your data isn't being used to train the open models. So let's get started. When we talk about building custom GPTs with companies, one of the first things I recommend is using it as a resource for training, either based on your employee handbook or your sales team. So we're going to use a fake company called Smith Solar Sales and show you how that can be done. So it's really simple. You'll just log into your OpenAI account in ChatGPT. You'll see here, you have the button on your left-hand side, Explore GPT. So you'll click that and you will be able to create. So in this upper right-hand corner, you'll click the word create. And there are 2 ways to go about creating this custom GPT. You can configure it manually, or you can utilize this create button to kind of start building your GPT. So you can say, we are a solar panel company called looking to we can go here, we can upload from a computer. I'm going to do solar training. So here's our solar training document. So you can upload up to 10 documents into a custom GPT. So I'm going to upload this. We'll wait for it to upload. And we're going to push send this over. So then it'll start kind of building your custom GPT through almost like this AI chatbot interface, which is really nice. So as I mentioned, no code required to build these simple GPTs out. So that sounds great. Let's add, so it's going to name it for us. So it's going to continue to build this out. It's going to create an image, create instructions. And you can see here on the right-hand side, it's starting to show you a preview. And the great things is it's starting to give some manual prompts so that anyone who's using this tool can really easily access it. I think that profile image, perfect. So first, what should the Smith Solar Sales Assistant emphasize or avoid in its responses? And this is where I always add in, if the information is not detailed in the knowledge base, do not reference the web. So if the answer in the okay, so I'm adding that in as a guide. I always try to add that in. Sometimes it's helpful if you want it to reference web. So for example, if you're using some type of IT support or anything else that might have information that's readily available, like how to update your signature on your email, things like that. That would be perfect. It also will ask for its tone. So I'm going to ask it for it to be friendly, but professional tone. So it's going to update that for us. Okay. So if you go to the configure tab, you can see it's automatically updating and populating this content here. This is a way that you can also kind of update this. It does not need DALL-E image generation because we're not doing images. We can turn off web browsing if we really want to make it secure and only using that knowledge base, we can turn that off. You can add in code interpreter if there's any type of math or analyzation needed. So I like to have code interpreter turned on. And there are some additional settings. You can use conversations data in your GPT to improve our models. So I am on the free version on this device right now, so I can unclick that. So there is a way to protect it, but I do recommend going to the team device. And what you'll do is you'll click create because we have our GPT. If you had a team license, you would see a button here that says individuals within my team can access this, or you can segment which teams have access to certain GPTs as well. You can also have it only set to you if this is more of a personal GPT that you're using to help manage your family, your finances, things of that nature. Or you can publish it to the storefront, just like the App Store itself. For this case, we're just going to publish it to me because it's just to kind of show you guys how to build these. And so I will click save, and obviously you'll see it'll kind of start building and configuring all that. Obviously, one thing to note with the release of 4.0, it has gotten a lot less expensive to do advanced APIs and building APIs into beyond GPTs into AI assistants. So this is becoming really cost effective for organizations to really harness the true power of efficiency within their organization. Oh, there was an error. So let's try that again. So let me create it. I'm just going to keep it with anyone with a link. Let's see if that makes it go a little bit faster. I always feel like every time I record these types of videos, something always breaks. So that is no surprise there. But there we go. So we will use this. You can see here, it had these starter questions. There is the ability to customize these. So we can ask the question, what should I include in my sales pitch? And it will draft that response. It's being a little slow today. So it's providing some of the information, product knowledge, giving some examples for how it can be used. It's talking about the offers and discounts, things of that nature. And so what's great about this is you can actually have this on a device so that your sales team have access to it in terms of how to process things of that nature. So if they are in a sales call or on a sales call, they could very quickly say, I have a client who is a little based on cost. Are there any current sales incentives? And so this will kind of talk through, it'll talk about the early bird discount, which is something I had in my knowledge-based documentation, referral discounts, financing options, payment plans, and it'll actually highlight that there are state incentives and tax credits that are available. It does not, and so let's just say I have the client lives in Texas, and what tax And what's so great about this, right? You can see how easily this can really help benefit junior sales associates getting up to speed, getting them ready. This can be done not only for your sales team in terms of training, but this can also be done really readily for your employee handbooks. I know I have a lot of friends having my own agency at one point, right? asking lots of questions like what is our holidays, what is our paternal leave policy, how do I request PTO, those types of things. If you were to create a custom GPT that your employees could access, could really alleviate the time from your HR team to focus on bigger challenges or helping really engage your employee base. So this is an example of how to build a custom GPT under a few minutes, so with zero code. So I wanted to share this today as a way for you guys to get started and start thinking about what knowledge bases you have in your repertoire that you can start using.